Then reading comprehension order of approach. There are a couple of different question types to be looking for on reading comp. I would group them into three major categories. You have global questions, which are main idea, primary purpose, passage organization, best title for the passage, author's tone, if any, anything general in nature, and I would do those first. You are virtually guaranteed to have at least one or two of those, so knock them out at the beginning. Those should be the easiest questions for you. Then you have local questions, which may reference either a particular line reference, or they may reference a particular paragraph or sentence. I would do those second. Then lastly, I would have inferential questions, which require a bit more reading between the lines, something like, what would the author be most likely to agree with? Or questions that are even tougher that involve kind of like parallel reasoning or analogies, or what is most similar, or strengthen or weaken. These are, of course, the hardest. They're similar to logical reasoning questions, so they're kind of like a two for the price of one, or really one question for the price of two levels of difficulty. So I would certainly save those for last. Now I got one question here. Should we anticipate the answers when reading the question? Great question. So for the global questions, I would try to ideally pre-phrase it, or have an idea at least of what is the main idea, what is the tone of the passage, what is the author's opinion. If there's a line reference, you could go back to the lines that are indicated and maybe walk away with a pre-phrase before you go into the choices. But for the analogy questions, or the most strongly supported, I think those are so vague that there's not really a reasonable prediction one could possibly make. Like if they say to you, which one of the following would the author be most likely to agree with? Well, there's a million things the author might agree with. They just spent 450 words talking about something. And so you won't necessarily have a clear direction to go from there. And then for the analogy questions or logical reasoning types, again, it's quite open-ended. So I wouldn't necessarily have a clear direction for those.